Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this lemon poppy seed cake. These are called slab cakes, or at least that's what I think they're called from what I've seen on Pinterest. It's this new trendy style of serving loaf cakes with some frosting on top. This is a lemon poppy seed version. It's topped with some creamy mascarpone whipped cream frosting and a dollop of lemon curd. It has the perfect balance of sweetness with a little bit of tartness from the lemon curd. It's the perfect vibrant flavor for summer, so without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is make the lemon poppy seed cake batter. In a medium-sized bowl, you're going to combine together some melted and cooled unsalted butter along with some granulated sugar and the zest of 2 medium-sized lemons. When you're zesting your lemons, be very careful not to grate into the white part that's underneath the yellow part of the zest. This is because that part does tend to be quite bitter and we don't want to add a bitter flavor to the cake. Now use a whisk to give everything a good mix. I love this lemon loaf recipe because it's so simple to make. All you need is a bowl and a whisk. And into this we're going to add 2 large room temperature eggs and give that a good whisk until it is fully incorporated. And then next goes in some sour cream or Greek yogurt, you can use either, and some lemon juice. I like to use fresh lemon juice for this recipe. I have not tried it with the store-bought lemon juice that comes in the bottles, and I highly recommend that you don't use that because those are usually very saturated and have a very sour flavor, unlike real lemon juice. After that's fully incorporated, we're going to add in the dry ingredients and then give this a whisk just until it's fully combined. You do want to avoid over mixing. This batter may feel a little bit thicker than other cake batters, and that's completely normal. And what we're going to do now is not pour this into the loaf pan. I completely forgot to add the poppy seeds in. So what I did is I poured my batter into the prepared pan, which is a loaf pan that I greased with butter and lined with some parchment paper so that I could easily remove the loaf later on. And then thankfully, right before I put it into the oven, I remembered that I needed to add the poppy seeds. So I added that into the loaf pan and then used a butter knife to just mix it in. I highly recommend not doing this because although I thought I incorporated really well, you'll see later on it did not mix all the way through into the cake. You're going to bake this in an oven preheated to 160 degrees Celsius for around 40 to 45 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. If the top is browning way too quickly, you can cover that with some foil and then continue baking. While the cake bakes, let's make this simple lemon syrup. In a microwave-safe bowl, you're going to combine together some lemon juice, granulated sugar, and then melt that for around 30 seconds until it is fully dissolved just like this. Set this aside for the time being, and as soon as the cake comes out of the oven, we're going to use a toothpick or skewer to poke holes all over the cake. Now we're going to pour that lemon syrup all over the loaf cake just like this, and then set this aside to cool down completely. Loaf cakes generally do take much longer to cool down, so you can make this cake a day ahead. Now let's make the lemon curd. This can also be made up to 4 days ahead and stored in the refrigerator. In a small saucepan, combine together 1 egg and 2 egg yolks along with some granulated sugar. Use a whisk to give that a good mix. We're going to beat this until it's a little bit pale and fluffy. Just like this. You can use an electric mixer for this, but I just like to use a whisk. It just takes around 2 minutes. Then into that, I'm going to add some fresh lemon juice, some fresh lemon zest, and a little bit of cornstarch. Give that a good whisk until it's fully incorporated, and then we're going to place this on low flame and then cook it while stirring constantly until it's thickened. This process takes around 5 minutes. You want to be very careful while cooking this. Do not walk away from the stove. You're going to stay there and mix this because it will burn very easily. Once it's thickened, remove it from the flame, and then we're going to add in our butter and whisk until it's fully melted and incorporated. The butter is going to give our lemon curd a beautiful shine, and it's also going to help thicken it up. Now I'm going to pass this through a sieve. This is optional but very highly recommended because it's going to remove any lumps in the lemon curd, and it's also going to remove the lemon zest. Cover the top with plastic wrap, making sure that the plastic wrap is touching the surface of lemon curd. This prevents the skin from forming on top. Then pop this into the refrigerator to cool down completely. Next, we're going to make the mascarpone whipped cream frosting. If you don't have mascarpone, you could also use cream cheese for this recipe. Just swap it out for the exact same amount. I have some cold mascarpone cheese here in a bowl. I'm going to use a spatula to give this a good mix until it is lump-free. You could also use an electric mixer for this step. Once it's nice and smooth, set that aside, and in a separate medium-sized bowl, I'm combining together some cold heavy whipping cream along with a little bit of powdered sugar and vanilla extract. Use an electric mixer to beat this on high speed until stiff peaks form. This process takes around 5 to 7 minutes depending on the speed of your mixer. You could also use a stand mixer for this step. Next, you're going to add that mascarpone cheese in 2 to 3 batches, folding well between each addition. This frosting is a little bit softer than regular frostings, but that's okay because we're not using it to ice a cake. We're just going to add dollops on top of a slice of cake. Once it's nice and incorporated, pop this into the refrigerator until you're ready to use. Once the cake has fully cooled, I removed it from the pan and placed it onto a chopping board, and now I'm going to slice it up. You can make the slices as thick or as thin as you'd like. I like to use a serrated knife when cutting cake because it just makes the slices much neater and doesn't make the cake all crumbly. As you can see, this is what I was saying when I said that the poppy seeds did not mix very well into the cake. I laid out the slices like this on a piece of parchment paper, and then I went ahead and piped dollops of the frosting on each of the slices. I also did this separate design on some of them just for a little bit of contrast. Now use the back of a small spoon to make indents in each of the dollops. Now into each of these indents, you're going to add a teaspoon of lemon curd or as much as you'd like. Just make sure not to add too much, otherwise the frosting could slide down onto the edges of the cake. I'm going to finish these off with little mint leaves and slices of lemon for the swirled frosting, and our lemon poppy seed slab cake is ready to go. They're so adorable, and I have to admit that it kind of does look like a fried egg on a piece of toast, but it's so pretty and cute. It tastes amazing. The cake is so incredibly moist. It has a very tender crumb, as you can see. And if you did it right like me, your entire loaf cake will have poppy seeds that will give you that perfect amount of crunch in every bite. The frosting is not very heavy, and that lemon curd adds the perfect amount of tanginess. The detailed recipe is available on my website, thefoodflamingo.com, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what else you'd like me to make. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.